Okay. So what is forex trading? The general definition of forex is the buying and selling of currencies in the global markets. Okay, it's essentially the exchange of one currency for another with the aim of permitting from its fluctuation, you know, in their values, relative values. Okay, now, for instance, let us assume that you live in the US, but you're a Nigerian. Anyway, I'm a Nigerian. You can tell, you may tell from my accent, okay, I'm a Nigerian. So we deal in Naira here in Nigeria. And then let's, for instance, say that you live in the United States of America, and then you come to Nigeria to the bank with 100 USD, and then you want to change that money to Naira. Of course, the bank is going to take their commission and they sell, because what is happening at that particular moment is you are buying Naira with dollar. But this time around, because dollar, the value of dollar is higher than that of Naira, you get more money back to yourself. Okay. So we could say that $1 is equivalent to 1,700 or 650 by the time of this recording. And then you've come to the bank and you buying, after the bank must have removed their own share, their own profit from that transaction, you'll be given, let's say, 1,500 naira. Okay, you can see that $100 is now being changed to 1,500 USD, and sorry, 1,500 naira. And then after your stay, you plan on going back. Okay, you take back the 1,500 that you thought it may probably the value of dollar is still within 1,500, and then by getting to the bank, only for you to discover that the value of $1 is now 1,000 naira. Okay, so that is how forex actually work. It fluctuates, it goes up, it goes down. Some people make profit when it goes down, and at the same time, some people make money when it goes up. Okay, so that is what it simply means. Okay, you are either buying or selling, exchanging the currency value of, for example, right now, currency value of um dollar for naira. It could be euro, like the example that we have here, euro against the US dollar. So that is basically what it is. In a simple term, it is just the buying and selling of currencies, okay, of money value. That is what forex trading is. But trust me, I have my own personal definition of what forex is. Okay, the market is a global decentralized digital space where different assets are being dealt or exchanged for values in form of digital contracts, but in liquid or monetary values. This definition might be overwhelming, but let me break it down for you guys. All right. Whatever you take into foreign is automatically converted to money. And since you cannot deal with physical money in forex, that money is now liquid. Okay. So it could be anything. It could be gold, it could be silver, it could be crude oil, it could be currency. These are assets. Okay. But the way you trade them, the way you exchange them, because it's also exchangeable. Okay. The way you exchange them is what I call the buying and selling of assets. It is that simple. That is the way I see it to be. Okay. Because it is not only money that is sticking to the forex market. Myself, I don't trade money. I trade gold. That is me. Okay. So if you're watching this video and you're a lover of gold trade, congratulations, because I am going to tell you everything that you need to know about gold. However, if you are also somebody that trade the money, financial currencies, you can also benefit from this. When you participate in forex, you are automatically accepting a draw contract, a deal against somebody that is also accepting a drawn contract deal from you, unknown to both of you. But this time, you are either succeeding in this deal or you're losing from this deal, okay, or the other party. This is why everything involved in forex trading is liquid or monetary value. It is always there. Somebody is always buying from the other end, and you are selling from this end, and vice versa. All right. I hope that part is clear. So, how do you go about forex trading? How do you start? Before you can start trading a forex, You need a third party, somebody that is ready to execute your trade for you, because by yourself you cannot do it. Yes, you have the money, you can pay, you can buy or sell an asset, but you do not have the power, the capability, right? You need a system, some set of technologies that can help you execute this contract. And these guys are what are those people that we refer to as broker. For instance, you must have learned your forex, like you are not a professional trader. And maybe at the end of the whole series, wordness, you need to register with the broker. Okay, I'm going to tell you how or the process that you need to go through when you want to select a broker. And then finally, you will need to deposit money into your broker account and start trading. That is how simple it is. Okay. So a broker is a person or an entity that arranges transactions between a buyer and a seller. This may be done for a commission when the deal is executed. All right. So some brokers have ways of earning their commission, some charge while the market immediately you execute a trade or you execute a contract. Okay, I might be using the word contract more often because that is what I refer to it as. That is what forex trading is a contract. Okay, so once you execute this contract, and then the broker takes your contract. For taking your contract to the nearest person, they have their own way of earning commission. Some earn through spread, some earn through, more like you send them a message. So they have to get their own code for executing a particular deal or that contract. So a broker who also acts as a seller or as a buyer becomes a principal party to the deal, which is the third party. So, what are the conditions to consider when choosing a broker? All right, there are four major factors. There are a lot of factors to consider, but these are my four major, factors that you need to consider before you can choose the broker. Number one on my list is the regulation. Every broker must be regulated. So, what is regulation? Regulation is when a how should I define this? When the government, okay, when the government's policy affecting money, okay, um, um, the broker must have to accept that that policy, okay. So is this broker being monitored by the government itself or by the according to Nigeria, I'm from Nigeria, by the CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria, or World Bank. So this broker must be regulated, it must be monitored in case there is anything that is about to happen to the broker. All money must be refunded to their partners, which is you in that case. The next one in my list is the types of available assets that we're going to be trading. Now, have it in the back of your mind that before you start trading forex, you must choose a particular asset, at most three assets. That is an advice, it is not a must. You might end up trading up to 50, 100 assets because there is so many assets that you can trade in forex. So it will be your choice to pick an asset. The question is the broker that you are choosing, do they provide that asset that you want to trade? Do they have access to that particular asset? For instance, now I trade gold, and then I end up picking a broker that maybe the kind of asset that they trade, for instance, is only cryptocurrency. Or maybe you want to trade cryptocurrency, but the broker that you choose this time around only deals with assets, currency pairs like the Euro, USD, etc. What have you? Okay. Now, a typical example of this is SNES broker or Okta FS broker or even Easy Markets broker. Now, there's another broker again, which is either Binance or Bybit. Binance and Bybit are popularly known as the brokers that offers the opportunity for you to trade NINS cryptocurrencies. Although SNES, Okta FS, and the other brokers I just mentioned might provide you with an option or an opportunity to trade a few cryptocurrencies, which are most popular. For instance, BTC, Ethereum. against US dollar even, or USDT. Okay, but if all the cryptocurrencies that are available, for instance, the way you trade, how should I call it? Come on, what is it? The way you trade and contract in Bybit or in Binance, you cannot trade such. Okay, and with cryptocurrencies, with these brokers that we're talking about, so this must be into your consideration. The next on my list, which is the third one, is the initial slash the minimum deposit. If you ask a lot of gurus out there that are out there, those are claimed to be professional forex traders, they tell you that the minimum amount of money you need to start trading forex is 500 US dollar, 200 US dollar, 150 US dollar. Ah, I'm going to shock you. It is possible to trade with 20 US dollar and gradually, patiently grow your account from 20 US dollar to 20,000 US dollar if you're ready to put in the work. This is what I've done before, and I can do it over and over again. Now, when this course goes on and on, because this is going to be a journey, there are going to be times that we have to practicalize what we're learning. I will tell you the minimum amount or maximum amount of money you need to deposit in your trading account. And then together, we will go through the process of growing this asset. That's money that you have in your broker account. So if you've chosen a broker, you should consider a broker that allows you to deposit the minimum of the money that you have with you. For instance, 10 US dollar. For an SNS actually allows the deposit of US dollar, but Octa FS, the minimum you can deposit with Octa FS is 20 and then 30 US dollar upwards. Then I think SNS, after a few deposit, you will be restricted from depositing the minimum of 10, but a minimum of 15 or 12 US dollar. Okay, that is that for um the minimum deposit of the amount you want to start trading with. And then the next one is the spread, the commissions, etc. I've already talked about how brokers, how they monetize their services. Some brokers charge commissions more than others. Some brokers actually charge for through their spread. The spread is actually the amount that is in between what a buyer is willing to pay, okay, to buy an asset, and what a seller is willing to sell that particular asset. The little money between that money, that is what the broker is actually earning. You lose or your other party loses, it doesn't affect the broker. They always have their money because the money is in between. Now, selling, somebody might be selling. Get this very, very clearly. In forex trading, two participants are not losing. One is buying and the other is selling. Okay? So it means that the broker is always going to be in favor unless you terminate your order when it is in 0.00 whatever. There is no drawdown, there is no net profit. Okay? But however, some brokers will charge commissions for executing a particular trade. So immediately you execute that contract and a little amount of cents is removed from your money, deducted from your money already, and that money belongs to the broker itself. So even if you close your trade, they are still in profit. Okay. There is also what we call swap. Swap is when your trade is over the day, like the trade you open a trade today and then the trade ran till the next day. These hours of day one and day two is what they call swapping fee. Some brokers actually they charge for the swapping fee for keeping the broker to be running overnight. Others don't charge. For instance, SNS doesn't really charge much of a swap fee. Depend on how much you're trading. Okay, that is that for the conditions to consider before you open a broker. So okay, so now that all the explanations about myself, anything, blah, 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 about Forest, now that it's all been laid out, it is now time that we register for a broker. Okay. Now, registering for a broker is completely free, and all the criteria that you need to consider before registering for a broker, I have mentioned before. You can feel free to always watch this video from the beginning until you understand everything. Now, I want you guys to pick up one particular thing. I don't remember if I actually said this when I was talking about your expectations from this whole series. What I want you guys to focus your money in is real business. We're going to get ourselves, our hands into a lot of work, okay? Because you're here to learn everything that I have to offer about Forex, okay? In the beginning, it's going to be very difficult, but I can assure you that as time goes on, you will begin to pick everything one after the other. I am going to link or share links to recommended brokers that I am actually using. My number one pick is SNES, followed by Octa FS, and then Easy Market. Now, the reason why I register with Easy Market is because Easy Market is available in the app actually used to analyze the market before going into trading every day. Okay. Now, what is required right now is setting up an account with a broker of your choice from these three that I am going to recommend, or the one that you think is best for you. So now consider broker as a bank, like a bank app that you register, you fill in your information. And the time being, because you are just about to learn, it is not going to be very much necessary for you to verify. But going on to verification is as easy as registering with an online banking application, and then you don't have to submit your document that are available to you. So first things first, you visit xnet.com or whatever broker that you've chosen to be your choice of broker, and then you hit on the first. Now, I already have an account with SNES. Okay, I wouldn't want to register another account, but I'm going to, fill in information details. So you watch me do this, and then you can then go on to continue with your own. Okay. Now I'm going to be starting with I'm going to be using a browser. You can also use um, your mobile phone, okay, to go on with this process. Now we're going to do three things. I'm going to introduce you guys to the broker, and then I'm going to show you how you link this broker to your MT5 trading account, which is the next app that we're going to be using. And then I'm also going to show you how you register your account with the other app that we'll be using to analyze the market, which is TradingView. So again, the three recommended app that we're going to be using is one, your broker app; number two, your trading app; number three, analysis app. Okay. A lot of people prefer to use TradingView for analysis because it gives more details and it is more flexible. And remember, all these apps are completely free. Although for TradingView, you might need to, subscribe so that you can use some advanced tools. But since you're a beginner, you will need that. So everything start is going to be free, and then you will create a demo account with SNES, and then you will start to practice with that demo account until you are strong enough to start using a real time account. So let us go on. All you need to do is hit the registration button. So it's actually asking me to verify as a human, or it's verifying by itself. Okay, I need to click this button, verify that I'm a human, and now verify. So I'll be taken to the registration portal. Okay, now you can see there's an option to sign in. If you already have an account, all you need to do is input your email address and then your password. But for the sake of this video, we're going to be creating a fresh account. Okay, now I'm in Nigeria, like I said, and I'm going to select Nigeria. Now, if you're watching from a country that SNES is not supported in, it might actually work with Octa FAs or Easy Market. But for most of the countries, Excess actually works for all of them. And some of the options might be different. Okay. So I'm going to use an email. It is going to be your email, not mine. So I will do broker email. Okay. Broker email. Um, um, at mail.com. And then I'm going to put the password. I can put in any password, but it has to be strong. Now, you can see that the options are here between 8 to 15 characters, at least one uppercase and one lowercase. Okay, at least one number and at least one special character. And the special character is always going to be either the arch or the star. Okay, so I'm going to input any form of whatever it is. Okay, so that is it. Sorry. And there we go. So it's already checked. Okay, but I have to check to accept the terms or citizens or declare and confirm that I am not citizen of the US, which means these guys don't support US. All I need to do is click on continue. So every other step, let's see if this email will be accepted. It might not be accepted anyway because it is not a real email. Okay, congratulations. I am already in. I'm supposed to go to my email and then verify this whole thing because it won't work. Okay. Now that you have created an account, I'm going to log out of this. Never. Okay, log out of it and then log in my own log in my own account. Okay, so see you in the login page. Okay, so if you have made it to this page, congratulations. Now we can continue. The first thing you're going to do is open an account. It means a trading account. Okay, so you're going to click on this one. You can see that even my real account is currently empty currently. Okay, all right. So you're going to click on because it's a fresh account. So you're going to click on open an account and then get it the standard. Okay, and then you click continue. Now it's going to ask me if it is going to be demo or real. Now I'm creating a demo account and the currency I'm going to be using is US dollar because it is the generally accepted currency. And I'm going to set my starting balance to 30. Okay. So set it to 30. It's a standard. And you can see my leverage is 1:2000. A lot of instructors will tell you to make it a maximum of 500. It should be between 50 and 500 because most brokers they don't offer up to 2000. But for me, I'm going to ask you to use the highest and I will explain later. What is the platform that we're going to be trading with? It is Amplify. And then I need to create an account for that. Okay. There we go. Is that the account or password? All right. So I create a TN account already. I don't need to save this. Okay. So now I will need to set balance for it. And like I said, it's going to be 30 US dollar. Now there's a reason why I want us to use 30 US dollar because come think about it. You don't want a situation whereby you fund your account with a lot of money, but by the time you want to start trading real, you will start be falling with little money. No. The goal of this training is how you can start with the minimum amount that you can ever add into your broker and then build that money gradually. You're teaching yourself how to start small, to grow big, discipline, and not too over, not too We're not too greedy. Okay. So I'm going to set my balance. And there I have it. Okay. So the next part is to um link my account with an identifier. All right. So I'm going to go to this place, and then I can see the details of my account when I hover on this button. Then this button, okay, okay, actually, it go. Account information. You can see that now these are the informations of my account. So when it is time for me to log into my XNS account, I'm going to right now I'm on a desktop, so I'll record the way to link this account with a mobile phone, and then I will add it to the system. Okay. So for now, let us say we have my mobile phone. Okay. Okay. So I already have MT5 account, but for you, you're going to need to download MT5. Okay. So I'm going to go to MT5, and then I'm going to click on settings. I'll click on account. Now, for you, because you do not have MT5, you will be provided with an open space to create a demo account. All you need to do is cancel it. Okay, you have to cancel it, and then you now create, you click on add a new or an existing account. So you come there, you click on the plus sign here, and then you select the name of your broker. Now from the server here, you can see that it is SNES MT5 chart 10. Okay, but first things first, the company name is SNES Technology. You can see we have a lot of SNES, a lot of what have you SNES right here. But the one we need is SNES Technology Limited, which is this one here. So I click on it, and then I have to select MT5 trial 10. Okay, so MT5 trial 10. There you go. And then from the mobile, you can actually copy this, but let us type it in. Okay, so you go to the login, and then enter this MT5 login figure that you have here. At each one 369571, and then enter the password you used in creating this account. You should never forget that. Voila, and there we have it. So you can see now that I have my SNES broker setup, and I've linked my demo account to my MT5. The next thing before we call this a wrapper is creating a trading view account, because that is where we're going to start analyzing our market from. So all you need to do is go to, I already have an account with trading view, so go to tradingview.com, and you can see here that I have an account. But what I'm going to do is, again, just like the SNES, I will click on sign out here, and then again I will now click on create an account. Okay, get started. Sorry. Okay, so signing up. So now we're going to be, you can decide to use or sign in with Gmail, but for me, I prefer to use an email account that's, yes, distinct Gmail, but I can control my password by myself. So what I need to do is click on email, and then input the and then I can put in a password. And then I'm about to reboot. and create a tab. There we have it. So now I have my account. So I'm supposed to go to my email and then I click on verify to have this verified. But I already have an account, like I said before. So all I need to do is come in here and then sign in. So we're all set. Now, I don't want this video to be so long, and it's already so long. So what I will do next is how I can, how we can set up our working environment, how we can select what tools, what assets that we need to trade. But right, like I said, I trade gold. So I have gold on my watch list, and I have DXY, which is the index of dollar. Okay, and voila, congratulations, you have your trading review account set up. All right, so that wraps it all up. See you on the next episode where we go into technical analysis, how we can start analyzing the market, talking about candlesticks and all these lines, what they mean, why I haven't have them drawn in the first place. All right, hey, congratulations. So do not forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Very, 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 very important, so you get notified when next we upload any new video or as service continues, when new service are uploaded. And then also share to your loved ones. Invite people to also partake in this type of partake from. Like I said, it is going to be a lot. You're going to do so much. There is a lot that you've not heard about. There is a lot that you might know, but how to incorporate them into your trading analysis is very, very difficult. So trust me, this is the video you'll be waiting for. So see you guys in the next video. Thank you.